Max Verstappen is possibly F1's brightest star. He's extremely quick both on a sole lap and all through a race distance, and that is because of his wonderfully smooth, flowing technique. Similar to a lot of the greats before him, he's not afraid of pushing rules to their maximum and is particularly aggressive, a few say dangerous, during wheel-to-wheel combat. But what are the secrets of Max's swiftness in the rain? Why is he so excellent on those first laps? Is it the naivety of youth and being so new out of karts, or is there more to it that meets the eye? In this video we would look at Max very closely and find out why he is skilled and so fast in the rain. Max is so clever that when you observe him closely, it's difficult to see precisely when he transitions from a straight line to letting go of the brakes and turning towards the apex. Verstappen racing lines are square, keeping the car in a straight line before corner access for longer than most other drivers. This approach has positives and negatives. The car's platform can stay flat for longer, but it implies when he arrives at the corner it's tighter and there is more turning to do. This technique was most noticeable in the rain-soaked 2016 Brazilian Grand Prix, all the way through the final fast left-hander. In the race, Max was turning in tardy, making the car's platform flat before time and straightening the corner, implication being he could afford to make the corner shorter and reduce the possibility of unnecessary oversteer as he crossed the slippery wet rubber. Lewis Hamilton also drives with this very purposeful approach, whereas others such as Carlos Sainz drive in a very field-driven, aggressive, and on-the-limit manner. Formula One's long history. Officially, just 6.88 kilometers counted towards the final race result, which is actually less than one lap of the Spa-Francorchamps circuit. This is due to the placement of the timing loops, which confirmed Max Verstappen as the race winner, with George Russell picking up a maiden F1 podium in second, and Lewis Hamilton finishing in third place. Many will see the Belgian Grand Prix as a wasted afternoon. The start of Sunday's race at Spa-Francorchamps was initially delayed by half an hour before two attempts were made to start, with a gap of nearly 3 hours between them. Half points were awarded to the top 10 drivers despite the official Grand Prix distance being just one lap due to red flag regulations. During the safety car laps, most of the drivers said the visibility was dreadful, and that was the main issue. The standing water on the track, and the rain, was probably bearable given that previous races, such as Brazil 2016 and Japan 2007, brought up similar, if not worse, conditions. Arguably, there haven't been any races affected by torrential rain since that very wet afternoon in Sao Paulo until the Belgian GP at the weekend. But there have been some significant changes. Verstappen has always been a driver capable of executing a race well, but he has improved that game during his time in F1 to the point where he's close to Hamilton's level on Sundays. Like Hamilton, he's capable of overcoming a pace deficit and pulling off overtaking moves at critical moments, so he's gone from strength to strength. There was a point where he was perhaps panicking, or at least being impatient, in race situations, but he's tempered that. Now, as team principal Christian Horner has said, when you see Verstappen in your mirrors it feels like a question of when rather than if he will pass you. We also saw one of his great strengths showcased as soon as he moved to Red Bull, Verstappen winning in Spain on a two-stop strategy on his debut with the team. He put a lot of work into understanding tire management while at Toro Rosso, and he executed that race brilliantly. And he's built on that over the years. That race also required intelligent management of the battery power under pressure from Kimi Räikkönen, and it showed he has the capacity to think through what he needs to do to achieve the result. He has the spare capacity that great drivers have. Defensively, Verstappen was guilty earlier in his career of being overly aggressive and moving around in braking zones. We also saw his famous move on Räikkönen on the Kimmel Straight at Spa in 2016, but he's curbed that now. What's clear is he's never been overawed by anyone. Go right back to his first season in 2015, and he was able to run with the big guns in the United States GP. He knows he belongs at the front in F1, and he's prepared for that his whole life. Is Max Verstappen the best driver in the rain? What do you think?